knows nothing, can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
Good tidings and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast number 32. Welcome. Hello. I'm here by myself. What if the episode was just me by myself, Jason? That would be pretty weird, wouldn't it? Like, you're laughing right now, but that would be like the cringiest thing. That's probably going to happen now. And at some point you're going to have to like go do something and I'm going to be the only one here. Can you talk into the microphone so people know you're actually here? Because you are actually here. Now it's a meme for him, but Jason is here with me as always, and this is Ansem Report episode number 32. We got a lot to get to, Jason. So if you could please talk into the microphone. God, everybody probably thought I was by myself.
Hello, I'm Jason.
Hi, Jason.
And this is my podcast called Mike is not here anymore.
I've left.
He's gone.
I'm no longer.
Why are you still talking?
This is like the worst intro to a podcast we've ever done.
This is worst.
We have a lot to get to. We have a lot of question of the week stuff.
Oh yeah.
We have we're gonna talk about a different YouTuber and a video he made. I'm not gonna name the name of the YouTuber yet. It's a surprise. And then we have our Ansem Report as read by Blue Kingdom. Blue Kingdom's back, ladies and gentlemen, and by popular demand. I have a little bit of manga business to talk about. I read some more manga. And the Union Cross 5 minutes may or may not happen. We'll see. Who knows? Everything's wild around here. But to start us off, Jason, we got a wonderful Apple podcast review.
Ooh.
These are my favorite. I love when these happen. This is from Deputy Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
Address him properly, please.
I'm sorry.
Deputy Dougie Fresh.
Mr. Dougie Fresh.
Okay, that's fine. 5-star review.
Mrs. Dougie Fresh.
Thank you, Dougie Fresh, Deputy Dougie Fresh. Attention all Kingdom Hearts fans, this podcast is a great listen. I've been listening to these guys for a few months now and thoroughly enjoy every episode. I look forward to Fridays, which is when new episodes are released. They are very involved with their listeners and have many modes to contact them. Their knowledge of the Kingdom Hearts series is impressive. I don't know, Dougie. Thank you for that one, but I don't know. And they do a great job of being creative with content involving the game and lore. Great job, guys, and keep up the good work. So thank you, Deputy Dougie Fresh, giving us a 5-star review. Just a reminder, you guys can always go on Apple Podcasts if that's where you listen and leave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. We have 21 reviews.
Wow.
And 20 of them are 5 stars.
Wow.
And 1 is a 2-star.
And 1 is troll. It was originally 3-star. We know.
Yeah. You know what?
Don't think we don't know.
Addison stopped me from talking about this last time. And
This was months ago.
It was March 5th, okay? But Addison's not here. The Masters left us.
Mike's been pissed for 5 months.
Nokia123, okay, says 2 stars, not really my style. Informative, but I don't really feel like they have the same nerdy love for the characters and storyline that I'd like to hear. Humor is also very important to me in a podcast, and I just didn't get that either. It's a nice podcast, but not really my style. So you know what, Nakio?
Okay. That was a 3-star rating.
Right, Nakio was
basically the exact same. Maybe 1 sentence difference.
The original one, I don't remember what it said exactly, but the humor line wasn't in there.
Okay.
He decided to drag us more in the second one and lower the star.
And then it was a 2-star.
So, and then I also went
like a month later, like they had still been listening.
Right? Yeah. What are you still listening for? If you don't like us, that's fine. Go away. They also, I just had a hunch, so I went on the Got It Memorized podcast. Shout out to the Got It Memorized podcast.
Shout outs.
And Nakao, I don't know how to say it. 1, 2, 3 left a review on their podcast and gave them 5 stars.
That's scuffed, bro. That's scuffed.
I dropped my phone and I don't even care.
That's scuffed. How can we not be the best?
You know what? Those are good guys over there. But if I find out they had something to do with this, you thought the Keyblade War was bad. You don't want to see the war I start.
You don't want to see how many mics he'll create.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be a lot of replicas.
Oh, yeah.
You thought Sora had a lot of him? Whew.
No.
You know how they say they would explain Kingdom Hearts, everybody is Xehanort and everybody else is Sora?
Yeah.
We'd all be Mikes.
It's just all Mike.
It'd be all Mikes. Anyway.
And Ikes.
Speaking of people I would start a war with on YouTube or what have you, there's a video out there, and we actually, where is it? Jackson on YouTube said, you guys should talk about Skyward Wings KH3 rewrite. Would
Okay.
love to hear your thoughts. And so I watched this, Jason. It's an hour and 4 minutes long. I watched this
Yikes.
video so you did not have to.
Thank you.
And I've had negative things to say about, Sir Skyward.
Sir Skyward.
Jackson, you need to get it right. It's Sir Skyward.
It doesn't
now.
pop up when you search Sir Skyward.
Yeah, I tried searching Sir Skyward and his channel didn't show up, but I searched Skyward Ring and his channel showed up. So
He's got something to
tags
fix.
or something.
Yeah.
So I watched this video. I watched it in 1.5 speed because I was like, I ain't got an hour and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But I tend to consume a lot of content that way. Like, there's a lot of podcasts
Yeah, you
I listen
do
to,
that.
and I listen, like, fantasy football podcasts. Like, I listen to those at 1.5, and I catch all of it. I'm not Jason.
I get into the
Jason out.
car. It gives me anxiety, dude. Like, I get into the car, and it'll automatically start playing because it just, like, Bluetooth connects to his phone. I'll be like... And then,
So anyway.
I'm like... I start hyperventilating. The car closes in around me. It's not good.
Are you done?
I just had a flashback. I don't know. It controls me.
So Sir Skyward
Yeah.
released this video. And by the way, this is the first video he's posted since he posted a video saying he was done with Kingdom Hearts. Funny how that works. And I've had things to say, disparaging things to say about him in the past. Not really him as much as HMK, but we made fun of him for having a weird stain on his shirt and then pointed it out in his video.
And then I poured
and then Jason poured applesauce over himself. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, this is a pretty well done video. Okay?
Yeah.
He basically runs through the plot of Kingdom Hearts, and what he'll do is he'll say, you know what, I didn't change anything about Toy Story. Boom, done. Which that's not what he said about Toy Story, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
If there was places he could jump ahead, he would.
right, there are a couple things he did that I thought were really interesting. One is he made it so you have to go to all the worlds in order. Like, you can't go, there's Big Hero 6 or Pirates.
Okay.
No, you have to go to Big Hero 6 first, then Pirates.
Okay.
Right? Which I don't think that's how anybody did it, but there's a reason he did it that way, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
So, first of all, you save Aqua right before Arendelle.
Okay.
And it kind of happens the same way. And then when you go to Arendelle, Aqua comes with you because Aqua's suffering from like post-traumatic stress disorder from being in the Dark Realm. And so
that was something that I felt like needed to happen.
right.
Too.
And I really like the way he did this. And so Aqua's in your party for that world. And which, because that world really lacks a party member until you get Snowball or whatever what's the giant snowman's name? Is it Snowball?
I think so.
I think it's Snowman.
Snowball.
Snowball. So then Aqua, he split up that world where you're fighting Skull with Snowball, and then Donald, Goofy, and Aqua are fighting Larxene.
Okay.
And you go back and forth between the cool, and I thought that was cool.
That'd be dope.
And it gave Aqua some more character development, and then she goes to train with Lee and Kyrie after that.
Okay.
Well, actually, I missed a part of this. Sorry. You go to save Ventus, but Vanitas is too strong for Aqua. So while you're fighting, she turns it back into Castle Oblivion, and everybody gets booted out. And they escape, and Vanitas is like, I'll just wait here. So then you come back later once she's strong to save Ventus.
Okay, so then you beat Vanitas.
Right. Then you beat Vanitas.
Okay.
And when you first fight Vanitas, you're doing like chip damage with Aqua. Like, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
I like that.
So then when you save Ventus, you just defeat Big Hero 6 when you save Ventus.
Okay.
So the only world you have is Pirates. And they're like, hey, we're going to get ready to Keyblade Graveyard tomorrow. And then Ventus kind of was like, man, I haven't gotten to have any fun in like 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
So Sora brings him to the Pirates of the Caribbean world because it's his favorite world.
Okay.
And then Ventus is in your party for that. So it's like, okay, that's cool. I like those ideas. They make sense.
Okay.
And he did fix some of the plot holes or weird, with that kind of stuff and the pacing of it, right?
Okay.
He added a couple of things where you control Kyrie during her training.
Okay.
And show her getting stronger.
Some
just like some quick Merlin sent some Heartless at you, and you and Lee had to fight him in
he summons Heartless
in like a hyperbolic time chamber or something.
That'd be dope.
Anyway, so
hyperbolic time chamber is just too cool.
dude, I do love a hyperbolic time chamber.
It's too.
That's probably the coolest part about DBZ is the hyperbolic time chamber. And you know what? You know what's really cool and underrated about DBZ?
What?
When Goku, I think it's when he's going to fight Raditz, right? Piccolo has been fighting Raditz or something, or no?
Are you talking about the gravity thing or?
I don't remember when he does.
Your timeline's fucked, dude.
I don't remember. It has to be when he's fighting
what?
Raditz because he shows up to fight Raditz and he just takes off his weighted gi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's cool as shit.
That was Raditz. Yeah.
I went and bought ankle weights after that because I was like, I'm gonna be like Goku, and then I'd never wore them.
This is severely uncomfortable. My shins are bruised.
I feel like I'm doing more harm to myself than good. Anyway, so then another thing he did, he makes it so you fight Xehanort as Kairi. Like instead of Kairi getting captured, she gets like booted into a dark portal and shows up at where Xehanort is, and then her and Xehanort fight.
Okay. But she loses, or
well, okay,
like you win the fight, but she loses type thing.
I skipped ahead, but he didn't do anything. My biggest problem with the game's story is how everybody dies, and then you go and save them, and then it like kind of goes back in time.
Yeah,
He didn't do anything to explain that.
Yeah,
and he didn't say you still go to
the final world.
The final world. He actually removed all Union Cross references from the game, except for Chirthy in the final world.
Okay.
So you go to the final world and you save yourself, and you have to talk to Naminé. He made that like a cutscene. You have to talk to the Naminé star.
Okay.
Because you could miss that before.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so they come back. And because he removed Union Cross, there's no big Keyblade thing, right?
Okay.
So then what he did...
Wait, is Linger Will still pop up?
Linger Will still pops up.
Okay. And fights Terranort?
And fights Terra. And he did a cool thing with that where he was like, when you go to fight Terra, it shows him crushing Lingering Will's helmet.
Oh, shit.
At least to like give like some outcome to that.
Right.
Like, you don't know they don't explain what the fuck happened. Anyway, back to this. So instead of like the big Keyblade thing, he did something where I was like, okay, dude, like, this is cool, but like, you can't just like steal things from other like media and go, this is what they did. And he goes, I think the scene would play kind of like this. Because he basically was saying like, Yen Sid would show up and say, Naminé contacted everybody to say that Sora was in trouble. And so he took the scene from Endgame.
How did I know that was what you were going to say?
And he like, it was funny how he did it because he put like names of characters on like different characters. So like, the Black Panther characters come through and it's Cloud, Yuffie, and Tifa. And then Falcon comes flying in and it says Leon on it. And then Yen Sid's Doctor Strange. And it just showed all these characters showing up.
Yeah.
And Captain America Sora and Thor is Riku and Mickey's Iron Man or whatever. And so they like all these characters show up. And I was like, okay, like, but you can't just like steal that and like.
Well, I thought,
and I got like a little like emotional watching it, but it was because it was the Avengers thing, not because it was the Kingdom Hearts thing. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's such a cool scene.
What I would have thought would have been cool is if it was like they talk about like the lights clashing with the darkness or whatever, right?
You're right.
I thought it would have been dope if it was like some type of like. I don't mean to reference DBZ again, but like they do the keyhole thing, right? But they all do it, right? And they all shoot a beam together, kind of like how, like Riku and Sora would do, right? But like all of them do it. I thought that would be a good way to.
And what I didn't mention too
is
there all these characters showing up, and they're like it's like Hercules and like characters from not just like
Disney as well.
Disney as well too.
Okay. That would have been cool, but like it's
and then they instead of just Yen Sid dropping the bomb on everybody, all these characters are fighting Heartless, and then they escape to go fight the next battles.
Okay.
He removed the Spirit Riku from the game completely. That storyline.
What?
Like the Riku that's inside Riku.
Oh, okay.
He just removed that.
The two boys chilling on the beach.
He removed that.
Oh.
He said it wasn't necessary. I don't know. He didn't like it, apparently. What else? He didn't really do much. Oh, he changed how Roxas worked a little bit. Kairi gets kicked into a portal, and then he added a part where it shows like Sora's heart going into Shion's before Shion Like
Okay.
and he's like, it's okay, which is like one of my favorite parts of the game. Like the way Haley Joel Osment delivers that line.
Yeah.
Like it started getting me again. And I was like, I haven't watched this cutscene in a while. And he's like, it's okay. It's all right, Shion. And she's like, and I was just like, and then Roxas comes in and he did some explaining about how Vexen, they didn't use that Vexen made him a replica instead of using the Riku replica one. You get what I'm saying? Which I don't think they actually use that. Anyway, that's not important. And then he didn't really change much else other than, I forgot a big part. So I jumped past it. So Kairi fights Xehanort, and then that's when Sora, Riku, and Mickey show up. Mickey actually gets blown away by the blast, and Kairi jumps into his spot. So it's Riku, Kairi, and Sora fighting the Xehanorts.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Which that would be cool. And then Sora, he needs one. You beat the Xehanorts. He still needs one more piece for the forge the Keyblade. So he goes at Sora, and then Kairi kind of sacrifices herself.
Okay.
And that's how like Kairi, instead of just being sliced in the back and turned into crystals, she sacrifices herself for Sora.
Okay.
So then he didn't change. He added a part where you explore Scaled Kayam.
Okay. So it's a bigger area.
After you fight the clones.
Okay.
And then you like go and you fight Xehanort. Then after you explore Scaled Kayam, and there's pure blood Heartless all over or whatever. But you go to fight Xehanort. That plays exactly the same. He did not change how Xehanort gives you the Keyblade and goes, well done. And then
he doesn't change how he dies?
Doesn't change that at all.
That'd be like the number one thing I would change.
I know. I knew you'd be triggered. I was watching it. I was like, oh, Jason's going to be triggered that he didn't change that.
What?
I guess after my 15 years of destroying your people's lives, I will go to heaven.
Right.
I shall accept going to heaven.
I guess. Not really how I wanted it to end, but
I wanted to
heaven's
cover
fine.
all the world in another darkness.
Yeah. I wanted to make the world safe for people who like darkness. So he didn't change that. He doesn't really change the ending much, other than after Sora says he's going to go find Kairi, they show Sora. So he took another thing from another medium,
snapped.
which you haven't seen this because you haven't played Final Fantasy 15 all the way through.
No.
But there's this scene where Noctis basically interacts with the ghost of Lunafreya,
Okay.
and it's like he wants to take her with him, but he can't. And so he adds his own text, and he puts Sora on Lunafreya and Kairi on Noctis, and like Kairi or Noctis is like, you're coming with me, right? And she's like, no, I can't. So it's like Sora saving Kairi, right?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a scene you haven't seen in 15 yet. It's a pretty emotional scene. So he takes that and puts it in there, and then it plays out the same way, and then like it still shows Sora disappearing, and he's like, I got the
It's like soul for a soul type thing?
Right.
Okay.
The prologue is fine with Zigbar and Luju. He said he kept that, but then he got rid of the secret movie because he thinks it's better if we don't know that Sora's safe. Because at the end, I forgot the part. At the end of the damn Destiny Islands scene where they all look and Sora disappears, Kairi runs into their old cave and Riku's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm not okay. I'm gonna go save Sora." And then that's how it ends.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is like the next game would be your Kairi going to save Sora kind of thing. So anyway. It was a well-done video. He obviously didn't render this shit in Unreal Engine or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that would be way too much.
Why would he not do that?
Yeah, right. I will say, to me, I really like adding the party members of Aqua and Ventus. I think that fixes the problem with pacing.
Yeah.
And he obviously made Kairi look a lot stronger. But other than that, the problems I have with KH3's plot, he didn't fix.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the Xehanort thing, him
dying
being fine,
stupidly.
and not explaining the time jump thing. That's like the biggest. I think that's the biggest.
Yeah.
I also though am sitting here going, I don't think Kingdom Hearts 3's plot needs to be rewritten.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in the minority.
I just don't like the ending.
Yeah.
Like as in like how Xehanort dies.
The ending itself is
the
fine.
other things, okay, I can forgive. You know what I mean? Like the whole time jumping and everything. It's Kingdom Hearts, whatever. The shit's crazy.
I just want a little more explanation. I don't want it rewritten.
Right.
I just want more
I
explanation.
just want more info, and also I want to stab Xehanort through the chest with the Keyblade.
Right. I was like,
Like-
as he was handing Sora the Keyblade in this video, I was like, oh, maybe Sora's going to take it and stab him. That would be awesome. And then he just did it the same way.
There's like I've like on Instagram, I'll like look at a bunch of like Kingdom Hearts things, and I'll keep scrolling, and then it will show me Kingdom Hearts only. There's people who like have like drawn that happening, but then when he does it, like he becomes like Norded, like Sora's like Norded, so he's like got like tons of darkness and tons of light, so he's like almost like he will extremely do something kind or extremely do something like fucked up.
Right.
Like, and people like right now, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That would have been cool to see or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
I think I talked about this before, but it would have been so cool if they would have like, he hands Sora the Keyblade, and everybody's like forgiving Xehanort, right? And Sora just fucking stabs him with it, right?
Yeah.
And then like, they're like, Sora, what have you done? And he's like, I don't know. And instead of the power awakening being that he just vanishes, using the power awakening slowly turns your heart to darkness. And then Sora has to battle with that darkness, and he killed Xehanort.
Right.
Which, are people really that mad at him? I don't know. But it'd be an interesting dynamic of, for the next game, is Sora good or bad? Is Sora trending more towards darkness or light? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that'd be cool to enter that question into Sora. It's like turning Hulk Hogan heel, right?
Yeah.
Sora's always been the good guy. He's always been like pure-hearted, and it's like turning him. Maybe he's got to now walk the path that Riku did, kind of, and Riku has to try and help him. Like, that would be interesting to me.
Yeah.
But that's not the way they went, and I'm not here to rewrite things, you know. So hey, you know what? This might be the only time I say this. Skyward Wing, good video.
Yeah.
Good content. I thought you were done with Kingdom Hearts 3, but good content. So,
Oh, it was just he just said Kingdom Hearts 3, not Kingdom Hearts in general.
I thought that you were done with Kingdom Hearts. Sorry,
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts. I think that's what he said. Also, your name change is dumb. I don't get what it does for you. Like, Skyward Wing was your name, right? None of that has anything to do with Kingdom Hearts. And then you remove the wing
And put a sir.
because you're not doing Kingdom Hearts, and then you put a sir in front of it. It's the same amount of syllables. It didn't shorten it in any way. It didn't. And now YouTube doesn't know where to send me when I type in Sir Skyward. I was trying to be respectful of the name change.
SW?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
get it.
like acronym Skyward Wing SWW
I would understand if like
SSW.
if his name was Skyward Hearts and he was like, you know what, I want to change that because I want people to think of me as just a Kingdom Hearts YouTuber.
Yeah.
That would have made sense. But Skyward Wing, I don't. If I see Sir Skyward, I'm like, this guy really likes Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we're not here to critique people's YouTube channels. That's not our job.
Yeah, we're off topic for
Yes.
sure.
Last episode, we talked about some different things, and we have a couple comments related to last episode. So I am going to find those right now. First of all, Mel from Secret Reports.
What up,
Shout out Secret
Mel?
Reports. I said last episode, Mel from the Secret Reports is probably going to tell me I'm completely wrong in this, blah, blah, blah. And she replied, LMAO, I mean, I wasn't planning on it. It's basically what you said, a hand wave away saying, yeah, you have powers for that now, whatever. But sure, I'll find some passages. So, Kingdom Hearts 2 Yen said, because your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original states. I didn't really explain what we're talking about. We're talking about how in Kingdom Hearts 1, they could go to the different worlds because the barriers were broken.
Yeah.
And in Kingdom Hearts 2, they're kind of like, yeah, whatever, you can go to different worlds, and same in 3.
Yeah.
So, she's finding passages that explain that hand wave.
Okay.
In Kingdom Hearts 2, Yensid says, because of your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original states. That means the pathways between them had disappeared. If what the king suspected proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways along which you may travel. These pathways may be utilized by unlocking special gates. How these gates are opened, I'm afraid I do not know. Waving my hand here. However, the Keyblade will serve as your guide. When a beam of light radiates from the Keyblade, return to the Gummy Ship. Though the worlds may seem far apart and out of reach, they nonetheless remain connected by invisible ties. And then here's a quote from DDD Yensid. In the past, you could bridge these gaps because the walls were broken or because you could open special lanes with your Keyblades. So Mel says, so yeah, in KH1, the only reason people could leave worlds is because Heartless were stealing hearts of worlds, which in turn would break the walls. And then in KH2, Sora could open lanes to the next world using an item from the world he was currently on. And then it seems to me in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora pointing his Keyblade at the Gummy Ship to make a wormhole, Donald and Goofy called it a gate, appears the most similar to how Terra, Aqua, and Ven got around in BBS. And then in Kingdom Hearts 1, locking the world's heart would lock it completely. So Olympus's heart should be 100% safe now. But you still think they would continue exploring to save more worlds. You'd think after they woke up worlds in DDD, they would go to extra mile and lock its heart, so it wouldn't risk falling asleep again. But sure, LMAO. So that's what we were kind of talking about that last week, how they kind of hand-waved it. They didn't exactly hand-wave it, but it was kind of just like, oh, by the way,
There's a new way.
you could open paths and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Sean Farmer, we were talking about how a lot of Disney characters don't really know a lot about the overarching plot of Kingdom Hearts, like
Except for King Triton.
And I mentioned, even Genie doesn't say shit. Genie did make a comment.
Oh.
Keyhole, eh? I swear I could have heard about that somewhere before. Now, where was it? It's only been 200 years. So Genie did make a comment about a keyhole. But I feel like for a cosmic being, he'd have a little more knowledge than that.
That's true.
But I guess his character is like aloof. That's the point of it.
Well, and yeah,
right?
and he gets trapped too.
Right. And then Sean Farmer says, also, to add what's already mentioned by the Secret Reports channel, Ansem's Heartless was using and controlling the Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 1 to find the world's hearts. It was etched into his heart by Old Man Xehanort on top of his own curiosity as apprentice Xehanort. So when Sora defeated Ansem, then the Heartless had no master to guide them. They instinctively seek out any hearts, Sorry, I'm terrible at reading today. They instinctively seek out any hearts they can, so he used that for his goals. Why they aren't going after the hearts of worlds anymore is anyone's guess. In BBS Volume 2/.2 Fragmentary Passage, we caught a glimpse of what happens when they are seized. Also, the end of the world, which has pieces of seized worlds, is called the Dark World of the Heartless by Ursula in Kingdom Hearts 1, though it's assumed that world is no longer. I'd love for Nomura to elaborate on the Disney characters' knowledge of the lore, the gummy ship and the key timeline, why there are two legends of the Keyblade, maybe a true world line thing going on. So that's kind of what we were saying, too. It's like, hey, does this make any sense? Like,
Yeah.
and it sounds like that it's not fully explained, and it might not ever be.
Yeah.
Right? But I would, like we said last week, and like Sean Farmer said now, I would love for more lore from the Disney characters instead of like what we got in like Arendelle, where it was like, we're just tagging along for the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally anytime Larkstein talked to you, like it seemed like the world was frozen and nothing was going on. That wasn't a pun. Like they were literally frozen and nothing happened. Like Elsa couldn't interact with Larkstein. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
it's so weird. And finally, we talked about why Naminé has blonde hair last week.
Oh, we did.
Remember that? Wildcat Diana adds, there's a theory that Naminé is what Ava looks like.
Okay.
That's interesting, right?
Is there more to that, or is that all?
That's all Wildcat Diana
Okay.
said. But like, I guess there's probably more to the theory. She didn't expound on it, but why would that make sense? Because basically what we've been told about Naminé would have to be a lie, right? Because we were told Naminé was born when Sora stabbed himself to become a Heartless to release Kyrie's heart.
But she's a Princess of Heart, so she can't make her own.
Right.
But she's made from like the memories.
But I thought it had something to do with the fact that Sora had Ventus's heart in there too.
I don't think it has anything to do with Ventus.
Well, wouldn't that explain why she's blonde?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the original theory was that she's blonde because she was a mix of Ventus and Kyrie. Because those were the other two hearts in Sora's heart.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's something else. I can't think right now.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Jason, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to talk about some manga.
Okay.
We're going to go over the question of the week, which was the same question as last week, but we got just as many responses this week as we had last week.
Wow.
Isn't that insane?
We've doubled.
We've doubled on the question of the week. And maybe some more. So yeah, we'll be right back. This is a reminder that we are currently boycotting Audible for their lack of Kingdom Hearts content. So there will be no Audible ad today.
But if you wanted to, there's a free trial for
No!
you at Ansem Report
Jason!
or audibletrial.com/Ansem Report.
It's not an ad. We're boycotting. Don't you know what a boycott means?
You could get a free audiobook as well as a free month subscription. That means
30 days. It's 30 days. If there's 31 days in a month, it's not a full month.
a 30-day subscription for free, as well as one book for free.
But they don't have Kingdom Hearts stuff, so boycott it.
But you can hear the voices of your favorite characters read books. Some sexual.
Welcome back to the Ansem Report Welcome back to the Ansem Report podcast. This is episode number 32 of the Ansem Report. And
32.
we actually have some breaking news right now, Jason.
Breaking.
It is breaking news. I just got a text from the Master of Masters.
What?
Because I said to him,
He said, bring the box.
I said, Addison, people in the Discord want to know what happened to you. He said, LOL, I disappeared like the Master of Masters to return again one day, maybe. So there's your breaking news, everybody, for people that have been asking.
That was smart-hitting news.
Breaking news.
Thank you, news anchor. Now back to the Ansem Report.
Now back to the Ansem Report podcast. Let's talk about some manga. So if you didn't know, I've been reading through Volume 1 of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix manga. I got to Chapter 20.
Woo.
Episode 20.
You were previously at 9.
It wasn't... It was Wonderland, so there wasn't a whole lot going on. I did learn that the Cheshire Cat was originally invited into the League of Evil by Maleficent, and the Cheshire Cat declined.
No.
There's a line from Jafar that says, "We should have taken out that cat the moment he declined our invitation."
No.
Because the Cheshire Cat helped you. I swear to God.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You're lying.
I'm not. It's in there.
You're lying.
The Cheshire Cat was apparently invited into their league, not the Queen of Hearts, but the Cheshire Cat.
What?
Couldn't you just picture, that cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 1 when they're standing around, like, watching, like, Sora, and then you just see his eyes and his mouth show up?
Glowing,
and then he's like, I'm going to say a riddle about something. He actually teaches Sora how to use Blizzard.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, in the middle of the fight with the Heartless boss.
Oh.
The juggler guy.
But you need thunder.
He teaches him how to use Blizzard.
Thunder's OP on him.
Otherwise,
if you do another playthrough of KH1, use Thunder on it. It will make your life so good.
Otherwise, thank you for the hot tip, Jason. Otherwise, the Wonderland kind of goes how you expect it. Alice disappears.
Does she end up inside a house giantly, like in Union Cross?
No, it's the KH1 plot.
Okay.
You drink the goop from the doorman, and he makes you small, and then you lock his keyhole.
Small but mighty.
Then we go back to Traverse Town, where we meet Aerith for the first time, and she offers us iced tea.
Iced tea?
Yeah. Squall is training jacketless in the little like path that he's in, He doesn't have a jacket on. He's just got a t-shirt. He's smoldering a little bit. He's looking good.
That's hot.
Yeah, it was pretty. I lingered on that panel for a while. Let me just say that. Sid installs your gummy. They get a navigation gummy, and Sid installs it for him.
Okay.
And you meet Merlin, and he tells you about the Winnie the Pooh book. So it's all pretty much Kingdom Hearts 1.
Pretty standard.
Standard. There's a bonus chapter that was in there that showed Riku and Sora as young children going into their secret spot for the first time. Right? And it in this panel or in this chapter, Riku's kind of remembering it while he's sitting there at Hollow Bastion for the first time on like the spinning ice thing, you know, that you start on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's sitting there and he's remembering it, and he goes, "Maybe I should have shared a papu fruit." Is the thing he says after, like, it's just them like going, "This is our new secret spot," and they're like, "I'm gonna open this door," da da da, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Classic thing. And he goes, "Maybe I should have shared a papu fruit." In Traverse Town, the whole Riku thing happens where he shows up and gets jealous of Sora's new friends, and Maleficent kind of gives him the whole,
Yeah.
"Yeah, he doesn't like you. He just likes his new friends. And Donald didn't want to let you on the ship because he's a racist."
Yeah.
So that happens. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot that happens that's different from Kingdom Hearts 1. And that's kind of what my goal was here, to find different things.
Yeah.
The Cheshire Cat thing was pretty wild. I just got into Aladdin when the next chapter was started. Oh, that's right. Aladdin started, and Maleficent's there, and you know how at the beginning she's talking to Jafar, and she warns him not to like fall too far in the darkness, right?
Yeah.
Before that she asked him, "Are all the citizens captured?" And he's like, "Yeah." So they're trying to explain
Why there's no
why
one there.
Agrabah is empty, and it's because Jafar captured all the citizens of Agrabah.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Wow.
Oh,
Except
that's right.
for the
There's one more thing I
shopkeeper.
forgot. I keep forgetting things. Aladdin is explaining to the three boys Jasmine and how she's so pretty and he wants to save her, but she'll never go for a guy like me. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And Donald goes, "But you're so handsome." And Aladdin goes, "Oh, stop. You're making me blush," or whatever. But Donald's like, "You're so handsome, though." And I was just like, whoa, Donald and Aladdin. That is not a couple I expected to start.
That's hot.
You know, it was pretty hot. Again,
There's been a lot of really hot stuff. I might need to get
Dude,
this book for research purposes.
you can borrow my book for research purposes. Just make sure you don't
Might
get
be
it
moist.
You don't get it moist or sticky. I'd appreciate that. So yeah, that's it for manga this week. Next week I'll read more. Jason, I believe it's time for your Union Cross 5 minutes. I think Jason just blue screened. So Jason has not played any Union Cross 5 minutes. Union Cross since the last time, which has been 2 episodes.
Well, yeah, when every single time we've done Unicross, it's because I've only played for 5 minutes. I've in total played for like 2 hours.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna suspend the Union Cross 5 minutes for now
Yeah.
until Jason decides to pick it back up again, or if you guys yell at him enough about it.
Truth be told, I find no joy from the game.
He finds no joy from it.
No joy.
However, if you guys find joy in his lack of joy, we will still make him play it. So
Maybe.
if enough of you tell him that he needs to play it, then he'll play it. But until then,
Should I say why? I guess.
why you find no joy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to.
I find no joy in life. No. Not true. Not true. I just feels like there's no meaningful progression really that's not directly tied to give me $15 a week, bitch. You know? Like maybe if I had played the game from like the beginning when there was like, because I have all these medals that have to do with evolution and
So what if, okay,
leveling up their stuff.
here's a question.
I can't use any of it.
What if I grinded through Union Cross for you?
What?
Like the story, because you're basically just behind because you're so behind on the story, right?
Well, that, and then there's just like a lot of side stuff. Like there's like, so you have the main story, standard and proud mode. So not only is there like 700 levels, but there's actually twice as many because there's proud mode versions, right? Then you have the special events, which are like, oh, on Monday it's the red medals, like so it's the strength medal and those evolution medals for the strength ones.
Right.
Then the next day is the blue. Then the next day is the green, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the money one, right? So there's like the daily stuff. Then there's like the special event things like, oh, do this dungeon and get like this medal or whatever, right? But it's like very specific to like oh, this is only for this week, and then it goes away forever until
Right.
there's like maybe something similar to it, right? So you have like those three things. Then there's like the Coliseum stuff. And then there's the Union Cross stuff.
So it sounds like there's a lot to do. I don't know why you're so
Like
bored
there's
with
a
it.
lot to do, but it's like the amount of the amount of grinding there is to like the amount. So okay. Like for example, in what's the game that you play? Opera Omnia. When you use that character, it levels up.
To a certain point, yeah.
Yeah. So when you get a new character or like a new medal, it levels up, right? Well, you can infuse it with medals and everything, but that's another thing that's just directly tied into grinding for those medals that level up.
Right, but it's all grinded in Dissidia too. It's not
Right,
different.
right. But like the progression isn't like because because they want people to get to where like the end game stuff is so fast, it's like I'm going from like doing like no damage to like it seems really like I'm probably just missing something, but it's like I'm either doing 1 damage for every single time I hit, like a move might hit 9 times and it'll go 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 9 times, right? Or it does like 17 million every single hit, and it's like there's not really like a rhyme or reason to it. It's like the progression is kind of just like, okay, you do this like 1 mission of the special stuff. You do like you beat like 1 or 2 people in Coliseum. The daily stuff actually doesn't matter. Like the amount of grinding from the day, like it doesn't really give you anything. You get like maybe 1 level on one of your medals or something, right? Like the high leveled medals.
Yeah. No, I you don't need to explain it all to me. I get it.
It just is like the amount of grinding to get like
you don't like the game.
a little tiny bit of progression that I can't even really tell because the numbers are so fucking big. It's like, oh, I leveled up this medal and now it does 1,000 more damage. Well, it does 17 million. The 1,000 damage doesn't do anything.
Okay, so my point is, now that you know how much he hates it, if you guys really want him to play it, just say so and we'll make him play it.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, he'll play it.
Maybe.
If enough of you say it, he'll play it.
Maybe.
He'll do it.
No promises.
Anyway, moving on. Because
That has been the Union Cross 5
I felt
minutes.
my eyes glaze over real hard that time for the Union Cross 5 minutes. That was, whew. That was. Oh, all right. So, question of the week, Jason. Let's get this going again. Let's get
Hell yeah.
Let's get this party started here. We have a lot of answers for the question of the week. The question of the week, of course, and the question of the last 2 weeks was, what's your favorite Kingdom Hearts memory? This is also tied to a giveaway, if you didn't know. And if you comment on episode 30, your greatest Kingdom Hearts memory, before September 1st, which is coming up quick, you will be entered to win Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4, a sealed copy of it, brand new copy, and 13 inches of Dream Rod, 3D printed by Blue Kingdom Productions. Blue Kingdom Customs, not Productions. Blue Kingdom Customs.
Yeah.
I said the name wrong. So shout out to Blue Kingdom for that. Let's read some of these answers, Jason. Playlist Master 123 says,
Nice.
I would have to say my very favorite KH memory was the first time I beat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ooh.
I remember when I was 9 thinking he was straight up impossible to beat.
Right.
I thought he was only for the professionals and not for kids like me. One day I watched my brother grind all day on a Saturday. He finally beat him after hours of trial and error and watching YouTube guides.
Ooh.
After that day, I set up to beat him myself. I put the game on proud and didn't stop till I beat him. It took me a month of grinding to get to level 99 and get the ultimate weapon, but once I got those, I knew I was ready. Using the techniques my brother used, I defeated him. I remember being so happy I screamed. I think that experience is what really got me into gaming. I haven't dropped gaming or Kingdom Hearts since. Love the podcast, keep up the good work, and please make a tier list part 2. Cry face emoji.
A tier list part 2?
Yeah, we talked about doing a tier list. Because remember our tier list was kind of scuffed?
Yeah.
And you said you would do it in Photoshop?
Wait, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you said it because the tier list website didn't have like the right characters.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, I'll
yeah.
just do it in Photoshop. That's literally what you said. And I was like, really? And you were like, yeah.
Oh.
I think you were just talking shit. Anyway, if we'll save the tier list too for a rainy day when there's really nothing to talk about, because that's when those episodes are the best.
Yes.
Our next comment. Well, thank you, Playlist Master 123. Our next question of the week answer is from someone you may think is familiar, Akuro. My favorite Cage memory is when me and my dad first beat Kingdom Hearts 1. Really,
I was going to be really sad if you were like, is when my favorite podcast started playing Union Cross, and I got to help them. I would have been like, oh, God, I made a mistake.
Really, it was just my dad who beat it because 7-year-old me was awful at games. I still remember the day we beat it. It was St. Patrick's Day 2003.
Wow.
It took 3 months to beat the game, and I had my 4-leaf clover shirt on. I remember the ending making me cry so much because I was so sad Sora and Kairi had to be separated, and I kept yelling for Sora to jump to her.
Exactly.
The next day at school, I told everyone that I was Sora, and I pointed at this pretty girl in my class and told her she was Kairi and that I was going to save her. No one had any idea what I was talking about, though, LOL. By the way, hi, guys. So I really enjoy the fact that he was telling everybody he was Sora and the pretty girl was Kairi, because, I feel like that's a good way to feel about that,
It is.
Thank you, Akira, for answering the question. This next one comes from Damian Kanazushi. I think I'm saying that right. Hey, guys. Been listening since the first episode, and I love your podcast. Thank you.
An OG.
My favorite memory from Kingdom Hearts is that feeling you get in KH1 when Sora sets out on a journey to find his friends. That feeling of loss and the search for people you love has always motivated me to keep playing. Then once KH2 came out, I was obsessed with the story. Years then passed as we waited for KH3. I thought I outgrew my love for the series, but I decided to buy KH3 anyway, and it reignited my love for KH. Thanks again for a great show to listen to while I'm at work. Keep it up, and may your heart be your guiding key. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. By the way, I'm thumbs up and loving these posts as we do this. That's how I kept track of which ones we read and which ones we haven't. Yeah.
Okay, big brain.
This next one comes from Bailey Dean. My favorite Cage memory is when Riku takes the Keyblade from Sora and Hollow Bastion. It was insane seeing it happen. I want to know what happened next so bad. Also, Goofy's huge dong. Yeah, it's nice to meet another man of culture.
My favorite Cage memory is when Goofy fucking dies.
My favorite Cage memory is Goofy's huge dong. Thank you, Bailey. Ricky Belt says, favorite memory was deleting my 100% KH2 save to start completely over.
Oh my god! You don't delete it, you make another one. There's 99 files. What the fuck?
Thank you, Ricky, for triggering Jason. Benjamin Quick says, my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is hard to choose, but it's probably the first time I ever fought Ansem at the end of KH1. I got the game the year it came out, and I was like 7, and it sucked at games, so it took me long to get there. And when I finally did, it was actually at a birthday party I was having with all my friends, so we all just sat there in awe and watched the end of KH1 play out. It's something I'll never forget.
Damn.
My memory is pretty similar.
Damn.
This next one's from Rybidium. I think I'm saying that right. My favorite Kingdom Hearts memory of all time has to be when I was the ripe age of 8. I was at a cousin's house, and he was playing KH2 on his PS2. I sat there in awe at this amazing game, and he said I could borrow it if I wanted. I said yes and took it home that night and played for hours until I got to the Twilight Thornus Roxas, LOL. I got my cousin to come over and beat him for me so I could continue, and looking back at that, I felt nostalgia and been inspired to pull my musical talents into video game composing.
Wow.
I think he meant put. Yoko Shimomura writes such amazing pieces, and I hope to be recognized as her someday. That is awesome.
That's dope.
We were also big fans of Yoko Shimomura and music in general. So
yes.
Good luck in your music. Hopefully you achieve all the goals that you want to achieve.
Yes.
And feel free to share some of your music with us. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
We love music.
Yeah.
This next one's from George Troxel. Sorry, I forgot an R there. George Troxel.
Troxel.
Favorite memory? Finally beating
That sounds like a dope-ass Pokemon.
Troxel.
Go, Troxel!
Oh, my God. Way to make fun of his name.
No, I said it's dope-ass.
Favorite memory? Finally beating KH2 10 years after my first time playing. Least favorite memory? The game crashed in the middle of the end credits.
That feels bad, man.
Feels bad.
Well, dude, because the end credits, then it goes to that screen with all your stats.
Right, and so
You didn't get to see the stats,
right, he had to rebeat.
You were saved by Mickey 536 times.
You used Pearl 2 million times. This next one's from Callie. Hey guys, been listening since the beginning. Going through a rough patch in life and playing KH2 over again has really given me a break from the drama and a way to unwind. Probably my favorite memory is revisiting the graphics and areas with a fresh perspective. KH2 was the first game I played in the series and has a special place in my heart. Us too.
Best KH game. Some people are triggered.
I'm not a.
Others no. Only real ones know.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Only real ones.
I just don't
know.
like. I just don't like the people that say KH3 is invalid because KH2 is better. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's weird.
Like, stop playing KH3 like KH2. Play it like KH3. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bloody biscuit. This. Why did I do it? Why did I do it like Goldmember?
I don't know. That's why I laughed.
Bloody
so.
biscuit. Casey and the Sunshine Band. The Secret Reports chimes in and says, in all honesty, I'm not saying this to enter the giveaway because I think someone else could really use a copy of KH3 PS4, but I have 2 favorite memories. One, when KH3 was announced, while I didn't have any in real life friends who loved KH, I had tons of online friends, so we basically had the equivalent of a huge party on the internet. I remember all the memes and all the hype, and of course, watching reaction videos back to back for the next few days. And 2, when I was a preteen, I got my own bedroom for the first time, and it had a really good view of the stars. So every night I would listen to KH's End of the World on repeat while stargazing from my bed.
Ooh, I like that.
It was so enchanting and magical. It often fucked up my sleep schedule for school, but it was totally worth it.
Yeah. I'm going to say worth.
Yeah, I'm going to say worth too. Thank you for sharing, Mel. Awesome. Will Adams says, my favorite memory I have with Kingdom Hearts is my first ever KHO. Oh, orchestra. Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. Let me start this over. My favorite memory I have of Kingdom Hearts is my first ever Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. I had a blast. The music was amazing, and the encore they gave us was a small snippet of Toy Box World. This was last year before KH3.
Right.
It felt awesome and good to be around other KH fans and talk about moments and memories you had with the game. I met some amazing people and still talk to them to this day. I went alone, so I was very shy, and then someone asked me who my favorite Kingdom Hearts character is, and I told them it's between the homie Zemnis or Baby Girl Larxene. And they started talking until it was time to begin.
Disgusting.
I like that he says it's between the homie Zemnis or Baby Girl Larxene.
Zemnis is the homie.
There's a little flavor on that I like. Just being around other KH fans is great because you ain't alone in this world. Until this day, it was the best day ever, besides KH3 coming out. I went again this year, but last year was better in my opinion. That's awesome.
There's something to say about like orchestras or like concerts and stuff like that when it's like your first time.
Oh yeah,
that there, and also having the whole, is there gonna be KH3 stuff in it?
Yeah, that's true.
That just adds to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same orchestra. I mean, not in the same city probably, but that's the
Right.
same orchestra Addison and I went to. And
Right.
The Toy Story part was pretty dope because it was like, you
Yeah.
got it, friend. but with instruments. So thank you for that, Will Adams. I think our last one today.
Also,
no, it's
I'm
not.
disgusted.
Not our
Will
last
Adams.
one, sorry.
Disgusted.
Dougie Fresh, who I'm assuming is the same Dougie Fresh that left a review. So double shout out to
Fresh.
well,
Deputy
Dougie Fresh. It says, first time commenter, long time listener. My favorite Kingdom Hearts moment has to be during my replay through KH1. My 7-year-old daughter watched me play throughout the weeks. As I progressed, she became more interested in the story and the
That's
characters
wholesome.
in the game.
That's wholesome.
She loves a good love story and cheered as Sora progressed closer to reuniting with Kairi. I love so much that my baby girl was taking interest in the game I enjoyed playing. When the two finally reunite in Hollow Bastion, she couldn't have been happier. I continued through the story and ran into some difficulty fighting Ansem in the final boss rush. My daughter continued to cheer me on and kept me motivated. She was so happy when I dealt the final blow and finished the game. As we watched the final cutscenes together, I could see a panicked look on her face. The space between Sora and Kairi began to grow, and once again, they became separated from each other. My daughter's heart broke because Sora had worked so hard to find the girl he loved, and she began to cry. She couldn't believe after all this hard work, they were apart from one another again. I held my daughter in my arms, comforted her, and assured her they would be together again because friendship. Seeing my daughter so into Kingdom Hearts made me so happy and will forever be my favorite memory of the game. That's super wholesome and amazing.
Everybody else's memories sucked.
Dougie Fresh has objectively the best
freshest memory.
Oh,
Just
thank
kidding.
you.
I love everybody's memories.
Thank you, Dougie Fresh, for all of that because you are awesome. Triumphs says, Not to be really cliche with my memory, but I honestly got to say my favorite Kingdom Hearts related memory is finding your podcast. Hell yeah.
Dang, especially the Cage Union Crossfire.
No, hold on. Here we go.
Feels bad, man.
I'm still relatively new to Kingdom Hearts as a whole. Just beat every single game for the first time within the last 3-4 months working on KH3 Critical right now, and I just can't get enough of it. Hearing you guys go in depth about everything and anything KH related is awesome because I'm really curious about the overall lore of the series and how it all connects, and you guys do it in such a fantastic and funny way. Listen to every episode, and I can't wait for more. As far as in-game memory, it has to be the moment when Axel appears out of nowhere in DDD to save Sora from becoming
that
Lord.
part was badass.
Axel is my favorite character in the series by far, so this was such a dope moment.
man of culture.
Dude, that is a really sick moment when Axel's just like, boom. He's like, it's not Axel, it's Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it memorized.
And then the next time, it's not Lee, it's Axel,
I changed my mind again. Thank you, Triumphs, for that. And that's, I mean, I am humbled that one of your favorite Kingdom Hearts memories is finding our podcast.
Yes.
That blows my mind.
Our goofy ass podcast.
Goofy's huge dong. That might be the best memory still. Sorry, everybody else. X-ons or Sean's with an X in it. Favorite memory would be playing with friends over summer breaks. Not original at all. Hey, that's as good a memory as any, besides dogs and the guy who said huge dong. No, that's a good memory. Like
Yeah.
There's something magical about summer breaks, and then when you're an adult and you don't have them anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's like terrible.
Right.
I want a summer break.
It's definitely not the same. Well, also, like, yeah, I remember one of my like favorite moments is like getting, like me and my friend were playing, but like we'd be like talking on like Discord.
Yeah.
And we're both playing on like critical mode or whatever, and like we're both just like raging, but just still like having a super fun time, and like one of us would get ahead of the other, and then we'd have to like catch up and everything like that. So
yeah, dude, there's something about summer breaks that I miss dearly, and it ain't the heat because I still get that, and it ain't the sun. It's just not having responsibility
for like 3 fucking months.
Right. It's just like I wish adults got summer or give me a month break.
Right.
Like literally just, you know what? No businesses are open in August. If you don't have what you need, you're fucked. But everybody could just chill.
It could be industry based.
Oh, so you could do like, okay, fast food restaurants are closed this month.
Yeah.
Or restaurants are closed this month.
Right. No fast food in December.
But see, like we work in a business where they'd be like, "Oh, we gotta be open when the months happen because we gotta make sure we make the monies."
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I'll just win the lottery.
Yeah.
Sir Bamalot says,
"What up, Sir Bamalot?"
So my favorite.
Don't ever change your name to Bamalot Wing. That would not.
Yeah,
make
don't
sense.
change your name to Bamalot Wing because that would not make sense. So my favorite memory would be the first time I was introduced to the game. Admittedly, I arrived later, and when I met Blue Kingdom 7 years ago, it was him who introduced it to me.
Oh, dang.
I remember him showing me the game by playing the first one, and I could see how much he loved it. Since then, I've gradually become as passionate about KH as he is, and he's the reason why I'm here now.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
And then this last one is from Nominate is Best Girl, parentheses, Button Moonette. I don't know what that means, but that's...
Wait, what?
Nominate is Best Girl.
Can I see it? Yeah, I don't know.
We'll just say Nominate is Best Girl is the name, because I don't think anybody else is claiming that. Yikes. Just kidding. I know Hallelujah thinks Nominate is Best Girl, too. She's wrong.
She's going to be triggered.
Yeah, she's
but also wrong.
Also wrong. On top of my head, and because I have really bad memory, my favorite memory would be... Sorry, I completely butchered that. I'm really bad at reading today. It's because
you said on the top, but I knew you meant off the top.
It's because I'm boycotting Audible, so I'm not getting things read to me, and so it affects my reading.
You forget how to say words.
I forget how to say words. On top of my head, it's on the top of my head, and because I have really bad memory, my favorite memory would be sometimes faking being sick when I was like 10 or 12 so I could play some KH1 and KH2 on my old PS2.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, the Ansem Report podcast does not condone calling in sick to anything to play Kingdom Hearts. But Ansem, Seeker of Darkness himself does. And so we don't condone it, wink, but Ansem, Seeker of Darkness condones that. He told me. He said, do the thing.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he hasn't listened to Audible in a while.
Yeah,
either.
he hasn't either. He said, "Call in sick, do the thing." So that's it for the question of the week. So, Jason, I got to tell you, although we're in the midst of this giveaway, I miss having a question of the week, a new one. Even though our Discord has been as bopping
as
it's ever been, I can't even keep up. You guys are like posting
I can't either.
2 million comments while I'm at work, and then I come home and it's like an hour.
Well, like I'll like want to say something, but I'll realize that it was like a day ago. Like
Dude,
about
just
a
say
certain
it. This is our Discord.
thing.
You can say whatever
I'll be
you want.
I'll be like, damn, that was a whole day ago.
I mean, but there's this giant conversation about Darklings going on right now, about what exactly a Darkling is.
Yeah.
Which I was like, we could talk about that, but we already had so much to talk about. I was like, we'll save that. People want us to talk about old theories.
Like old, like
from KH1 to KH2, like what the theories are. So I'm gonna do some research on that. Next week we're gonna hit up some of that. We didn't have time for it this week, but next week we will.
in episode 33.
And as an old man, I have some theories for you.
Right.
As a man who was, in his teens in the 2000s,
in his prime.
When Kingdom Hearts was becoming a thing, I was all
You were
kinds
there.
of
You were front
theorizing.
row.
Well, yeah, I was front row center, baby.
Right.
Front row center when we were talking about whether Axel was Riku's nobody or all kinds of stuff. And then anyway, my point of this was question of the week related to what we were talking about earlier with Skyward Wing, Sir Skyward, if you're nasty. What is one part of a Kingdom Hearts plot? It doesn't have to be 3. Doesn't have to be. It can be any Kingdom Hearts game. Would you rewrite? I want to know, and what you would rewrite it as.
Right.
So I want to know. Hey, you know what? I didn't like the way Kyrie was written in KH3, just for an example, because it seems like that's where Skyward Wing was coming from.
We don't want to take anyone's ideas either, too.
What do you mean?
Sometimes I take the best idea before it's even the next episode.
Right. We're not going to say anything right now, but that's why I used that generic idea that he did. So that's what the question of the week is. No, there's no giveaway tied to this one. You can just put it in the Discord or on YouTube or wherever you want to put it. No rules. You can still enter the other contest, though. I want to make that very
holds
clear.
barred.
You can still enter the other contest by putting what your favorite memory is on episode 30.
Episode 30.
But, yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. What's a part of Kingdom Hearts you want to rewrite?
When this uploads, there'll be 2 days left, right? Because Sunday is the first.
Jesus, yeah. So you have, this is uploading on a Friday. You have Saturday, Sunday.
You
to
have
get
48 hours.
You have
Not
48
really.
hours
You have like
to get
40
your shit
hours.
in. It's probably more like 50-some because... Well, it's
Yeah, we're not going to do it at midnight either.
well, we're not going to do it at like noon. When anyway, it doesn't matter. Just get it in before Sunday's over, okay? Just get it in before Sunday's over, and answer the question of the week. One thing I forgot in my run of show that I wrote down that I want to talk about real quick is our boy Quentin Flynn,
The best voice actor of all time.
the best voice actor of all time. We recently were playing Mass Effect 2, and he's like the GameStop worker that talks to you.
And then right next to it, he's
I
like,
heard it, and I was like, is that Quentin Flynn? And Jason's like, what are you doing? And I looked it up. I was like, that's Quentin Flynn. He's like, no, it's not. And it sure as hell
it
is.
sure is.
He's like, oh, those Quarry and Hanar porn's really fucked up, or whatever. He says some stuff like that. But anyway, he tweeted recently. He was actually really active on Twitter recently. And he said a thing.
Please tell me you didn't say anything bad.
No.
That would break my heart.
People were asking him questions. He was just like, hey, I'll take some questions, whatever. And someone said to him, what's your favorite Axel scene?
Oh.
And he replied with, the one that hasn't happened so far. ... So then, of course, people freaked, right? Because they're like, oh, my God, he's already recorded for Remind. He's in Remind. And I know Quentin Flynn. We met personally. We're on a personal level.
Me and Quentin, we're boys.
And Quentin likes to stir up trouble a little bit. He likes. So when I first said it, I said he's just saying that to say like he's excited to play Axel in the future. That's what he means. So sure enough, here is a number of tweets, a statement, if you will, from Quentin Flynn on Twitter. The one that hasn't happened so far is a true statement in answer to the question that was posed to me. Take it at face value. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm optimistic, as I wrote. I just can't see Axel/Lee not returning to the world in some capacity. I'm reminded of the continuing Star Wars series. I don't know how, when, or where, but I believe the fans would like more, don't you think? And the creators must know how popular this character is and the franchise to just leave it at that. I could be wrong, but I personally have a lot more Axel/Lee in me and think there could be an extraordinary future for him that has not been fully realized. These are just my own personal thoughts and wishes. That is all. Got it memorized? Quentin Flynn.
Oh,
so
shit.
basically, people freaked and were like, oh my God, he's recorded for Remind already. He was like, well, hold on here. I'm just saying I love playing Axel, and I hope it continues to go that way. Because
Confirmed.
if Remind's coming out in like December or January, as been rumored, it's a little early, I think, for Quentin Flynn to be on The Voice.
Maybe.
If he is needed for it. I think it's a little early for him to even know. Maybe not. I don't know how game development works. I don't make games.
We are ignorant.
I'm ignorant. But there was also
We just consume.
There was like a leak that came out. A leak. I'm putting that in quotes. We're not going to talk about that because it was literally just screenshots from Kingdom Hearts 3 that people took and they put like fucking Japanese characters in front of it. Like there's screenshots from a trailer. It's literally from the game, guys. And it was like a picture of
Baited.
Roxas with like Vanitas in front of him. And then it was a picture of, and it was taken using the photo mode in the game. Like they were all taken using the photo mode. Like, so it's just like, okay, whatever. That was fake. So we're not gonna talk about that. The last thing we're gonna talk about today, Jason, is the Ansem Report.
Report.
It's time. What?
Okay. So we were just talking about it earlier that Ansem was telling them to go to the heart of the worlds. But from this, it seems like that's what they were doing from the start. So it's like...
Yeah, that is what Sean Farmer said.
Retcon?
Yeah. I don't know why you saying retcon made me think of Childish Gambino. Contraband.
What?
I don't know why.
I didn't even say it like that.
I know, but that's how I heard it. Well, I think Sean Farmer said it was ingrained on his heart. So he was doing it subconsciously.
Maybe.
Anyway. Yeah, you're right. It is retconning regardless. Like,
Yeah.
if that's really true, what Sean Farmer said, that is retconning it. Because he's talking about how he just figured out that it was the heart of the world. And this is supposed to be Secret Darkness writing these, right?
Right.
Not Xehanort, not Ansem the
Diz.
Wise, Diz.
Diz nuts.
So he's still figuring out what are they going to do with the heart of the world. But he'd come up with a theory, a game theory, that it is the heart of the world. And he didn't know that before, apparently. Yeah, all this is confusing when you really dive into it.
Yeah, it really is. Well, it's like, okay. So they're going for hearts of all things, right? Which is like, okay, that makes sense if like in the Dark Realm, there's like nothing but rocks. You know what I mean? Like there's no type of trees or plants or
Yeah, there's no
anything.
hearts.
Right. It's all been already like taken, right? So it wouldn't make sense that those worlds, either they just haven't found the heart of the world yet, or
They should be attracted to the heart of the world. It's the biggest heart in their vicinity.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of this that doesn't make sense. I don't think we have an answer to it right now, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe someone who's more of a lore hound than us could explain the difference here. Let us know if you figured it out. Jason, we have one more thing to talk about before we're done. That was the Ansem Report. Thank you to Blue Kingdom for reading it. What's your meme of the week, my guy?
My meme of the week.
We missed the meme of the week last 2 weeks.
Stolen meme from the Discord. I gotta pull it up because I
all the meme of the
don't.
weeks from the Discord?
No.
Oh. I thought you were just taking them from people that posted in the meme section of the Discord.
Oh, maybe I don't remember.
I thought that's what we were doing.
I don't know.
Either way, he has a meme. He has a meme. Here it comes. Here I come.
Okay. I got 2 memes of the week. All right.
All right.
I got 2 memes of the week.
Like,
it's been buried. Okay.
Like the 1994-5 NBA season when there was 2 rookies of the year.
Exactly.
There are 2 memes of the week.
So, meme number 1 is from me. Best meme.
Okay.
Not really. Anyway, it's KH2 Riku and KH2 Sora. And Riku is saying, "Hi, I'm Sora. I have the spine of an 80-year-old grandma." And he's standing like how Sora does in his battle stance, all hunched over. And then Sora goes, "Hi, I'm Riku, and there is literally a stick up my ass." And he's holding the sword like way back, like how he walks just fucking straight up. So I liked that meme.
Okay, all right.
And then
So that's a heady meme. Big
it
brain
is.
meme.
It is a big brain meme. Also, this other meme. Gotta find it. Okay. It's from Skittles for Hannah.
Oh.
And
yeah.
it's
We love Skittles for Hannah.
It's from Recom,
Okay.
right? And it's the Riku replica, and on top of it is written 2 + 2, and it says, "Because I'm you." And then there's regular Riku, "No, I'm me," and it's 2 × 2, right? And then the Riku says, "I'm me," he says, right? And I was like, I want another layer to this where it's like Data Riku, like looking up at like the like camera or whatever in the Data world and being like, "I'm not me," and, and it's like 2 - -2 or something. But I couldn't find anything.
Well, 2 - -2 would be 0.
2 - -2 is
Minus
4.
-2. Oh, sorry. I thought you said plus -2. and I
No,
was
no,
like,
-2.
okay.
And then be like, "I'm not me." Like,
That's funny.
just add another layer to it.
Oh man, these are big brain memes you're throwing
Some
out.
big brain memes.
The last meme of the week was literally just the nominate with
you
the
have,
gun.
yeah, you have to.
Which, by the way, I made into a emoticon.
Oh, nice.
So nominate.
Nice,
I added
nice.
some. If you have recommendations for more, let me know. There are some I'm still working on. If you're like, hey, I recommended one to you and you didn't do it, I
Yeah.
promise I'm working on it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Next week, like I said, we're gonna dive into some old Kingdom Hearts theories and possible storylines, and then we're gonna answer the question of the week, and we're also gonna announce the winner of the contest.
Wow.
Who's gonna win that 13 inches of Dream Rod plus Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4?
Wow.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Jason, hit him with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you. We are the Sir Super Spaghetti Bros.
Sir Super Spaghetti, bro. No, you have to cut off the end. Sir Super Spaghetti. Sir Getty Bros.